Welcome guys, I'm going to take you through the process on how I was able to achieve this keyhole dress, and this video includes the sewing techniques on how I was able to achieve the entire look. We have a video already on the drafting of this dress. Please don't forget to go back to the previous video to go and watch. So this is like a part two of this dress, and these are the patterns that I've already cut out. So please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if this is what you're interested in watching. So now proceeding to this video, like I've already explained the whole thing and the cutting process. So the next thing I do is to just figure out the way I want to place this design on my clothes, and then I go ahead to iron it out on a hairstyle. And when I'm done ironing it out, I have to place it in this direction, because I will want a situation whereby I will stitch it up round, then flip it inside out. So while stitching up, I'm actually going to stitch up the right side of this design facing the wrong side of my fabric, so that by the time I'm done stitching and open it up with scissors, I can flip it in and get the right side out. So the first thing I do is to pin it down with my pin, then stitch round the entire circle, just like as I'm demonstrating. So this is me trying to to show you how I was able to stitch round. Of course, I know you know how to stitch, so you just stitch this round. And mind you, I added a hemming gun while stitching it round, because I want a situation whereby I will cut it out, iron it out, and it will turn out clean and smooth. So this is me trying to cut out that hole, because I don't want my hole to be very pronounced. So depending on how pronounced that you want your hole to be, you can extend the cutting. Depending on how large you want your circle to be, you can also extend the cutting. Okay, so I go ahead and trim this out, then notch all the areas so it will be easy for me to turn it inside out. So after I'm done notching, I will just flip it inside out and go over to my ironing table and iron it out. So I have to sprinkle water so that I can get a good press and a relaxed press from this edge. Do not forget that I added hemming gum inside that area that I'm stitching. So you can also go ahead to to insert hemming gum inside, but before you start doing that, I'll start by folding this circle over inside. So this is just the first method. I'm going to share with you another method that you can also use. So I'll go ahead and fold the entire circle, then iron it up with extra hairstyle. So this is the second method. So before you start stitching it, attaching it to the skirt part, I'll first of all try to fold it first. Remember the other one, we folded it after we stitched up. So but here now you can try to fold it in this way, just like I'm showing you. So I'm trying to bring you closer so you can see very well. So you can just decide to fold it and iron it out all round, before you start stitching it up. So here, stay with me, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you've watched to this point, and I guess this video is very helpful. And don't forget to drop your comments at the comment section, and get turn on the notification bell too, so that you can get notified when I upload a new video. All right, so this is me trying to iron the entire circle out, and yeah, it's turning out very well. So but I noticed that the previous method actually worked smoother than this one. I don't know, but I feel like that one was far more better than this, or because I wasn't really taking my time. So I repeated the same thing that I did at the other part by flipping it inside out to also iron it. So at the other point, I didn't really show you what I did, after flipping it inside out. So stay with me. So when I finish flipping it out, the first thing I do is to sprinkle water as usual and iron. So after ironing, I will insert my hemming gum inside. I did the same thing at the other part. So that was what I was trying to explain to you, that I will insert my hemming gum inside those holes. So I kind of try to fix the hemming gum inside. Please, you have to take your time and do this, so you not kind of fix it anyhow, because you want a situation whereby you distribute this hemming gum evenly on the circle. So when you're done inserting the hemming gum inside, you go ahead to sprinkle extra water so it can double the heat, because I'm actually using a dry iron for this project. So once you are done ironing, yeah, this is the look that it will give you, and I guess this is fine. Okay, so after this, the next thing I do is to stitch up this circle on my machine. Okay, so the reason why we're stitching it more is so it can hold firm. So I'll join the back side together, then stitch from my hip measurement to my new measurement. This is my zipper area, so I'll be stitching from the hip side to the new side. And yeah, so this is just 1 inch. I'm stitching in by 1 inch. Remember, I didn't add much inches on this cloth because it was stretchy. So for the slit area, I'll just fold it in like instead of a piping, because I'm not going to line this up with a lining. I'm just going to be piping the the left slit area in. Okay, so this is what we have. I don't know if you understand what I did here. Yeah, so this is what we have as the finishing part, and this is what we have at the zipper area. So I just held the waist area with a pin, so it will be easy for me when I'm shaping this dress. So this is just my cool method of making a gown. Generally, I love to sew my skirt part separately and the upper body separately, then join them together. So now for the waist, I just have to measure my waist measurement out, my hip measurement out. Please not forget that we didn't add much allowance we didn't even add allowance to this dress, because the fabric is stretchy and we don't want a situation where we'll be having excesses in our clothes. You understand? So I'll just stitch out all my shape. So this you have to go with your measurement depending on what your measurement is. So the next thing I do is to stitch up the front side and the back side. That is the dart area. So after stitching, this is what we have. So I proceeded to to iron it out. Then after ironing it, this is what we have. Okay, so you can see it's already laying flat. So I have to join the front side and the back side together and stitch up the shoulder just in this direction I'm showing you. Yeah, you stitch straight and straight. So after stitching, this is what we have. And yeah, so we just open it up and iron it. Okay, then stitch up the zipper area with see the zip area, you just stitch it up by 1 inch. Yeah, this is what we have. And yeah, the next thing I do is to shape the bust area. So you find out my own bust. I just shaped according to my measurement, and mind you, I didn't even add an allowance to this dress. I just used 1 inch all through from the bust area to the waist area, 1 inch. So I just stitch up straight. So after that, I'll just figure out my armhole. Then I use 7.5, because I didn't want my armhole to be too wide. So I just made it 7.5, squared it out like this, then curve. Don't forget that from your inner part you will go in by 1/2 inch, but for the back part, as in you just trim it this way. Now for the front side, you just come in by 1/2 inch, just like the one I'm trimming now. Please do not forget. I think this is just common in my tutorial. So yeah, I repeat the same thing on the other side. For at the side, I have to trim out 1 inch at the side. This is just a method in which I always apply to make the bodies to always lie perfectly on the skirt. Okay, so I'll remove 1 inch from the side, then trim it out. So yeah, this is me trying to trim out this 1 inch on the both side. So this is going to make my bodies to look a bit shapy. It's not going to be extremely flat. So I'll just turn it the other way round to the zipper area. So that 1 inch I removed on the side, I'll also go ahead to remove it at the zipper area, because I won't be having bunches at the back actually, because the front part of our bodies and the back part of our bodies are not actually the same length. So sometimes when you don't measure your client, just know that you are going to be removing something from the zipper area, so it won't be looking too bulky. So yeah, this is me trying to to subtract 1 inch from the back to achieve a better finishing for the back side. So I'll go ahead to loosen out my stitches at the zipper area, because yeah, it's time for me to I won't really say it's time for me to attach. I'm going to be hemming the neck side, so I really need that place to be open. Okay, so this is what we have, and the next thing I will bring out is my bias. Please don't forget to go and check my video on how to achieve a bias. So I'll be using this bias to hem the entire neck of this dress, from the front part to the back part. I will hem it all together, including the armhole area. I'm going to hem it all around. I'm not going to be piping it like normal. Just I'm going to use I'm going to be using the bias to hem it entirely. So this is how I'm going to stitch my bias together, to make it long. So I'll be what am I saying hemming? I'll be stitching it up this way, to be able to hem the dress all together. So yeah, this is me trying to match out the joinings to the shoulder so that I won't have join all over the bias. So I'll just stitch round, then turn it over and hem the armhole and the neck. So this is what it looks like when I'm done hemming. Please, if you don't know how to hem a dress, please, with bias, just go to my previous video. I have videos on how to finish edges with a bias. So at the side of this dress, I'm going to be trimming it, to be in a kind of, I'm going to be trimming it out just this way, so that by the time I'm stitching it to the skirt part, it will just lay in flat. So this thing I'm trimming on this side, I also did the same trimming on the skirt. You understand? So you can see the way it's looking. So it's just easy to know to stitch up. So I'll match up the skirt side to the skirt side to the top side for both sides. So when I'm done matching, I already know that yeah, this upper side and the lower part can fit in. So I will just hold it with pin, then stitch it straight. So when I'm done stitching, you can see that the line is going in alignment. So this is me trying to fit it, because this is actually my dress. So this is me trying to fit it, to show you what it looks like front and back. And as you can see, the cloth is already turning out nice, and I love the way it's looking. And as you can see, I've not attached my zipper yet, so I'm trying to to figure out the best way. So I will go ahead to attach my zipper at the zipper area, and once I'm done attaching my zipper, yeah, this is what I have, a neat finish. I will also go ahead to to iron it. So I also hem the lower part of this dress, because I didn't finish the lower part. So I also hem it just like by folding it into two, just the way I'm trying to show you. So after hemming, I will do the final fitting of this dress. Please don't forget to to subscribe to my channel, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Like, if you find this video helpful, the best thing you can do is to just to show appreciation by subscribing and turning up your notification bell. See you all in my next video. Bye.